I'm Kiana Barber. I am the CEO of WDB Marketing and also one of the founders of What's the Business newspaper.
James Wheeler, Head of Operations for WDB Marketing.
My name is Leah Barber. My role is whatever has to be done. I answer the phone, I greet the customers, I make sure the orders are ready, I make sure that everybody's happy.
My name is Timothy Hodges. I'm a graphic designer. I'm the lead graphic designer for WDB.
Arias Roper, production, graphic design.
My name is Ashley Harris and I am the administrative assistant for WDB.
Well, I always knew I wanted to be an entrepreneur ever since I was younger. A lot of my family was in business. My granddad owned a convenience store on 65th and Ashland. Although I didn't get a chance to spend a lot of time there, that's how he took care of my family, my mom, and everybody else. My mom was also an entrepreneur. She sold clothing. She had a clothing boutique in our house. So I would watch her as I was getting older. Honestly, we needed money. I would be there with her. I'd help her price our items. We go out, we sell stuff. Guess what? We were happy when we left because we left with $60 or $80. We had money. You know, we had food to eat. So I saw that immediate, whatever your hustle, whatever you were willing to work for, you can go out and get. You can start the day with 0, but you could leave with 200.
Well, I feel like marketing chose us. We were doing promotions, and then our customers and people that we would run into would say, well, who were doing your graphics and designs and everything, and can you do mine and everything? And before we knew it, we were doing more graphics and you know, marketing, and it just turned into its own company.
I always knew I wanted to be an entrepreneur. In high school, went on to Northwestern, so I went on and kind of studied business, but not truly business. And in 2004, I graduated, was very excited. I was ready to go to California and live with the rest of my family. My brothers were living out there, and my brother Bob had come to visit. So he came up here to visit, and unfortunately, while he was here, he got killed. So November the 12th, 2004, he was killed tragically. And before he passed, we had talked about, you know, what would we do as a family? How would we make our first million? I thought, again, I would move to California, open up a clothing store. My mom was an artist. So she was an abstract artist. She thought that it was her way. And he was always saying, what's the business? I'm telling you, what's the business? So he had opened up a studio recently. He had incorporated this company about a year. Was trying to do some promotion. So he was telling me, you know, I want to do events. Again, he was in Los Angeles. So he could see all that nightlife and the profitability of it. I didn't get it. I'm like, entertainment? No, that's not how we're going to make our money. We're going to open up a clothing store, do some different things. And when he passed away, almost immediately, it came to me. I prayed, you know, and I just asked for his spirit to live on through me. And we didn't even have his funeral yet, and I knew. I said, "It's what's the business?" Like I remember where I was at that moment, and I said, "That's what I'm supposed to do."
Oh, Bobby was the life of the family. He was funny. He was engaging. He made sure that you knew what family was. You knew what family stood for. It was a thing where it's like we look out for each other. If no one has your back, your cousin has your back. And to me, he wasn't just a cousin. It's like that was my brother also.
Bobby was a producer, writer, just an all-round person, and he came up with the name What's the Business? Because there was so many businesses he would do, from producing, selling clothes, just all-round person. And he always told us that the family would always succeed with the name What's the Business? And What's the Business was what our family would use to get out.
So he passed November 12th, 2004, and with the support of my mom and my friends, February the 6th, 2005, we hosted our first event in his honor. You know, the first few years, I look back now, and it's like I was extremely naive. I was just fueled by passion. You know, I'm an extremely determined person, extremely determined. So I just wouldn't let anything stop me. I just said we have to do something. So it was one thing after the next. And I'm very spiritual, and I just feel like God carried us. He carried us. So it started out with doing these entertainment, like I said, hip hop battles and contests. So for about a year I did that. Did a few on my own. I did an 8-week contest that was very big. We did a big finale that ended up having 500 people. But along the way, God allowed me to cross paths with people that I'm still friends with to this day. Some of the people that actually helped me plan this event right here, I met when I was doing my entertainment. DJ Sluggo, Albert Ellis from SVM Promotions, Archers Williams from 3C. A lot of those people I met while while I was doing entertainment. So I know God had me doing that for a reason. It kind of built the foundation. So we did events for about 3 years. So I did my own events, and I would also promote with other people. So I would help them with their promotion, help them with their street team, help them with their strategy. I was self-taught with graphic design. So even though I graduated from college, still went back, took a couple of classes just so I can get better. And honestly, I didn't have that much money. So it was easy to learn it myself, and I can create my own flyers and things. So I did that for about 3 years, and it just started to build up where, again, God will show you where you need to be. Like you said, there's some certain things, if it's not that effort, if it's not force, you know it's really God.
Well, Kiana actually found me, which is interesting because I usually find most people, that I'm looking for. So Kiana found me. She called me up and she said, do you offer broker prices? I said, yeah, I offer broker prices. Come on over. So she came over, and I was thinking I was going to have me a good salesperson, but it turns out we were using the same supplier. So that's how our relationship kind of began. I began designing a lot of the work for WDB.
So how did I come to meet James? James, again, everything happens in divine order. I had probably been in South Holland for about 2 years, and we had built the business. So we had built, when we first started that first year, we had 50 clients. Within the next year, I think we had about 150, 200. Referral business. We were very blessed. We had a lot of people that we met in entertainment that allowed us to, refer us to other people and grow. And I was actually getting ready to do an event in my brother's honor called the Peace Fest. So it was something that we did, just a festival to promote nonviolence, to promote alternatives, things that we should do celebrating. So I was looking for a t-shirt vendor, and coming across a place and called the guy, and he was able to do these digital t-shirts for me. So he had his own equipment, and I just really liked his style. I'm like, I like what he's doing. He's as crazy as I am. He's as dedicated as I am to this. So we kind of forged a friendship. He did our first shirts for us, but after that, he was amazing in graphic design. And we were getting to the point we were growing so much, I couldn't do everything myself, so I started subbing some stuff out to him. So anything that I thought he could do a really good job on, and I was subbing him out. So we did that for about 6 to 8 months. And around that same time, we got offered a bigger space on Sibley Boulevard in Calumet City, which is where we are today. So when we moved, James would start coming over a little bit more, and it only took a couple of months. He was just like, you know what? I like what you do. I'm doing the same thing. Why don't we do it together? So he's the one that actually suggested us merging.
I just want to see the brands come together. There's a lot of people that do a lot of different things. You take me and Kiana, for instance, we did the same exact thing, but we chose to merge what we were doing for the greater good and to get further. It's just like lifting a heavy weight. I mean, if you got help lifting the weight and you have somebody that's just as determined as you, just as passionate as you, I would like to see us really not only help brands, but to help brands merge.
I love the fact that when it comes to the paper, that we're talking about real life issues that are going on. People that are actually making an impact in Chicago, people that are making an impact in Illinois, people that are just trying to make an impact just in life. The paper is empowering. The paper makes you want to read it.
I feel being able to keep Bobby alive in it by putting his story in there on the second page of every paper. It's just such an honor.
Kind of goes back to, being in our environment and our neighborhood. There's not a lot of people doing a lot of things in a positive sense, to awaken us. And I really feel that the paper, it taps into that.
So we decided in, I think, 2011 to go ahead and do something again in my brother's honor to keep the name What's the Business alive. And we started What's the Business newspaper, which is all about solutions. I am very big on, again, not harping on the issue, not harping on the number of people that have been shot, but what are the solutions? What can we do? We watching TV, we watching the news, we sad, we crying because we see another child getting shot. What can we actually do to change this? We don't want this to be the same story next year. So What's the Business is all about that. It's about actually empowering, offering solutions. Can you mentor? Here are programs that are going on. Here are resources for you. Here are people that you can actually go out and support so we can become that change. Here are businesses that you can support to change the dynamics. A lot of things that attach to the violence, it comes from no job creation, lack of opportunity. It comes from all these different things. So we're going to be the only ones to change that story. So I was very excited to found a newspaper with James, with Artris Williams, and with my mom as well, because it just offered a different perspective on the things that were going on.
The legacy that I would like WDB to leave behind is a legacy of entrepreneurship and teamwork.
If I had to choose a legacy for WDB, it would probably be that once your mind is set to it, just do it.
We really try to hone in and get the best the best possible product for our clients so they can be successful.
I think in so many years, WDB, when you hear the letters WDB, when you hear WDB marketing, you hear creativity.
It's purpose here. A lot of people, they bring us their dreams, they bring us their aspirations. They don't really know what to turn, but they see WDB marketing. It may start off, oh, I need a logo. Or it may start off, hey, I need a business card. But by the end of the consultation, end of the meeting, they'll figure out, oh, I need a lot more than that. So, when somebody comes, especially an older entrepreneur, but a young entrepreneur too. I mean, it's what God has put on their heart to do. So if they trust me with it, I feel like I have an important position right here. I could take my skill set, you're right, and I can go, apply it to anybody's brand, but why not work on our brands? A lot of what you buy, a lot of what you support is all about what you see. So we specialize in making visuals. I'd rather keep doing it here.
So the goal is to get a bigger space. We really want and then create more jobs. We want to start an apprenticeship. We really want to pass on this knowledge. Screen print is great knowledge. You should know how to print their own apparel. They should know how to print different things and cut things down. So we want to start an apprenticeship. And we just, like I said, a bigger space so we can really become that full service marketing company. You can come in here, you can shoot a commercial, you can shoot a video, you can get your stuff printed, you can see the process of it, and it all happens at a one-stop shop.